If you are new to my channel, then welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I just started making video posts to my channel a couple of weeks ago, so this is relatively new to me, and I'm excited to see how this journey unfolds. This channel is going to be a bit eclectic in category, mostly of a metaphysical nature. I plan on uploading more informational videos on crystals and gemstones, as well as more informational videos on mythologies of spiritual beings recognized in various cultures around the world in my daily deity videos. I've been uploading both thus far, and I've really enjoyed doing that. Today I will be doing the tarot forecast for the astrological signs for the month ahead of September. We are under a very active sky this month. The first day of September, right off the bat, we have an annular new moon solar eclipse smack dab in the middle of the constellation of Leo at 15 degrees 15 minutes. And that's using the Sidereal and Vedic Astrology systems. If you follow the Western Tropical Astrology system, the solar eclipse will be happening at 9 degrees 21 minutes Virgo. And then later on this month, on September 16th, we have the harvest moon, which is the full moon lunar eclipse at the very beginning of the constellation of Pisces at 0 degrees 14 minutes. Again, that's using the sidereal and Vedic astrology systems. Using the tropical Western system, it will occur at 24 degrees 19 minutes in Pisces. So either way, both systems really recognize this lunar eclipse as being in Pisces. So it will be a very powerful eclipse indeed. Eclipses can be summed up as bringing radical and sudden changes in our lives that can be judged as good or bad by each person. I don't want to place good or bad values on change because to me, like the seasons, everything must come to an end so that the new can come in. I see eclipses as really shaking things up where there was stagnation and giving us a new start where there were dead ends. Life is a never-ending cycle comprised of big and small changes. Some people like it, some people don't. That's really up for each person to decide whether to welcome what is to come or not. Eclipses generally bring things to the surface that were once hidden, which is why the change can be felt as though the events are occurring suddenly. Oftentimes, though, these energies were already simmering below the surface to be released during this time. This is intended to be a video focused on tarot, so I won't be going into more detail about the astrology because this is not an astrology reading video. I will, however, be interpreting the energy of how the solar and lunar eclipses are affecting each sign from the tarot cards that I see in each reading, so I wanted to share a brief preface of that information with you beforehand. I'm really interested to see what the eclipses will be bringing us in the month of September. So I have picked a couple of cards here to represent the solar and lunar energies of the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, the sun being the sun in the sky and representing the solar eclipse. It represents a lot of other things, but for this purpose, I'm just having it sort of show the solar energy of the sun being eclipsed. And then we have the moon, which is represented by the moon in the sky. It's the other luminary that is representing the lunar eclipse. So really, also a quick interjection. If the video you are watching does not somehow resonate with you on a personal level, keep in mind these readings are very general. There are only 12 signs and 7.5 billion people in the world. You might consider also watching your moon, sun, rising sign, or whatever energy you feel best represents you. Or if you are so inclined, consider consulting a professional for a personalized reading. So with that being said, I am very excited to see how these energies play out for the 12 signs for this eclipse month of September. Let's get started with your reading. Sagittarius, this is your tarot forecast reading for the month of September. I'm just going to shuffle the cards and focus on the sign of Sagittarius, focus on the constellation of Aquarius, going to focus on the image of the centaur, and also going to focus on Jupiter, your ruling planet, and just sort of tap into the energy of Sagittarius as I shuffle here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull 4 cards for your reading for each week. I'm going to pull 1 card. So the first week will be the week of the solar eclipse. The second week will be the second week of September. Third week will be for the lunar eclipse, and the fourth week will be for the fourth week of September. And then I'm going to pull an extra focus card for you. And then the shadow card will be on the bottom of the deck, and that will sort of give me an overall theme or energy of the month ahead for you, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and see what the month ahead has for you, Sagittarius. Okay. First week, second week, third week, fourth week, focus card. Okay, shadow card. So the first thing that I am getting is the High Priestess reverse. So this is the solar eclipse. Okay. I feel like you're just going to be sort of taking care of the mundane, day-to-day sort of stuff. Okay. I see this is a very surface level-y type energy, so you're gonna sort of, it's just like a regular mundane thing. I don't see the solar eclipse affecting you as much as it does the other signs. I do see a little bit of, I'm hearing the word forced, like seclusion or forced time out, where it's like you would rather be out doing stuff, but like there's something that's sort of pulling you into doing like something at home where you're sort of taking care of the details. Okay, so you might be picking up the slack for somebody else is what I'm getting. If you have a family, you might be doing some extra things around the house for them, some extra chores. Somebody around you may be out of the picture or gone for a while, and you're having to sort of pick up some extra slack or some extra chores or things like that. I just feel like you're kind of having to deal with the mundane daily details. This isn't too exciting, but I kind of like that energy for the solar eclipse. You don't really want super exciting energy because it can be kind of disruptive at times. So I'm also seeing for the second week, okay, I do feel like someone you know is like on a trip or something. Again, I'm getting this energy of like someone is off going somewhere and it's affecting you somehow, or someone has taken off, someone has left and it's affecting you somehow. Okay. This is kind of, again, this sort of energy is like this, it's the Six of Swords reversed, and normally when it's upright, it's like you're sort of taking off and headed, and it's a card of movement, right? And this card is like a card of like you're in the boat and you're kind of like chained to the dock still. So you're kind of going up and down with these tides here and sort of riding the waves, but you're not going anywhere. You're not moving forward, okay? Kind of goes along with this energy that I'm getting of like forced seclusion, or sort of like chained to the house in some way. And to me, this is kind of like you would much rather be out doing something, out away somewhere exploring or what have you, but you're sort of having to be like stuck taking care of the daily details, and it's like you're kind of stuck in one place. Okay. And you may be actually feeling like you're kind of spinning your wheels, and I see it kind of getting a little bit frustrating. Okay. For the third week of September, you have the lunar eclipse. I'm hearing frustration. Okay. And I don't mean to be a downer, but there is literally a thumbs down here. If you see, like, there's a hand that's being holding this rod, and it's making a thumbs down. So the answer is no. So whatever you're wanting to do the third week, it's like, nope, not so fast. Hold up, not quite. And it's this energy that's sort of restraining you or holding you back in some way because it's not time to go, okay? I do feel like it has to do about timing. Maybe it's unsafe to travel, or maybe it's not the best time for you to start something new, and it's just saying, hold your horses. I know you're excited, but whatever you're trying to force the third week, it's like it could fizzle out very quickly. So it's like something you try to get off the ground and it just kind of burns out. You're like, oh, I just want to move forward already. Okay, I want the green light from the universe, so to speak. The fourth week, you're going to get it, okay? I do see a lot of shifts in a lot of these readings that I've done for the other signs, and the fourth week is like the green light week. It's like every sign has to kind of go through these difficult 3 weeks, and then the fourth week is like liberation. Like you're like, yes, I cannot wait to get out of here. I'm out of here. You're going somewhere, okay? So this is the card of movement that you had wanted in the second week. And I do see you sort of, this is like the journey card. So again, you could be going on a trip, or you're going somewhere and you're very excited about it because you have the red on. Red is usually like that excitement here. So it's like maybe you had planned for something, or you had canceled plans or like delayed plans for travel, or things just didn't really work out in the timing that you had wanted. But it's like, okay, now is a good time. And it's like, really you're seeking something for a little bit more like better fulfillment in this card. So you're kind of going off and finding something that excites you and brings you happiness, where you kind of had to sort of stick with the mundane details of life, and it was kind of boring, it feels like, in the first 3 weeks. Again, that's good. I don't see any big tragedies. I don't see any horrible cards, so this is good. Boring can be good sometimes. No news is good news, right? As they say. So anyway, you're off on some sort of journey. There is a possibility of return, so it's not like you're a permanent move or permanent leave, but I do see maybe you're taking a vacation finally this month, or you're going off somewhere. This doesn't necessarily have to be like a literal movement. It can be like finally things are picking up and moving forward where there had been stagnation before. So the focus card for you is the Five of Wands, and I do see sort of needing to gather your energies and gather and pool your resources from other people and help. And that's probably why things aren't taking off as quickly as you want them to, because there is a time of like gathering where also it's just a really chaotic, crazy time, and things aren't really settled right now with other people and just the energies in the sky. So it does look like, things are going to come together for you, but it won't be until like the end of the month when you're finally able to sort of put something together, where it was like before you're just sort of gathering things. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, and it does have to do with other people. Other people are involved, so it could be delays because of other people. It could be having to be stuck again at home, like I was feeling like you're having to pick up the slack for other people, and that's kind of reiterated in this card. But just know the focus card is that things will come together with this. So okay, the final message card is something unexpected happening, and I do feel like it is delayed travel plans. I'm getting that very strongly. Something is delayed, something is postponed for like 2 weeks here, okay? Something you hadn't expected, you're kind of frustrated, and you're feeling like, oh, I wasn't really prepared for that, and that's okay. It will pick up again, like I said, the fourth week. This is like a general feeling of not being prepared. So I guess what I would say for you, Sagittarius, is sort of expect the unexpected. Okay. All right. So I'm going to pull a Angel's Messages card from the Angel Messages Oracle deck by Vanessa Lambert. I want to sort of cap your reading with something positive from the angels or from a higher power, sort of end your reading on a good note and something that's going to be uplifting. And that's what it is. So here we have, okay, this came out for another sign as well. It says, not everyone can see their angel at first. Break your chains, open up spiritually, and your angel will be with you. Okay, again, so it's like you're feeling chained in some way. There's chains, a chain link fence here. So you're feeling fenced in, and I get that image here. There's like a fence here, or some sort of barrier or border, okay? And you're feeling a little bit stuck, a little bit caged in the first 2 weeks, okay? But then finally it just looks like you're able to sort of break free, and then you're on the loose, and you're like, yes, I'm finally get to go, where you're feeling like there was like something holding you back, or somebody holding you back. So this is good. It's about being free. Okay, so you finally get to be free and move forward with, pull something together and make it happen, okay, the 4th week. So this is the message that I have for you, Sagittarius, for the month of September. If you have any questions or comments about your reading, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below, and I'll make sure to address them. I wish you the best month of September, and be well.